If you are considering becoming a truck driver, I would ask you to count the cost. Actually, in the Bible, Jesus tells everyone if you're going to follow him, you have to count the cost. As a trucker, you really have to count the cost. The statistics show that 3 out of 4 truck drivers, actually, let me correct that. The statistics show that 3 out of 4 people get their CDL and don't make it 6 months. That's how crazy trucking is. And that also shows you how many people do not count the cost. So what do I mean by counting the cost? Well, think about this. Before you get your CDL, think about what your life is like. You have normality. You get to get up every day. And you get to go have your, quote, normal life. Now, if you have a regular job, you get up, you probably have a little breakfast, you probably sit with your wife and talk in person. You probably then get in your vehicle and you go to your job. You probably maybe stop on the way for, I don't know, another coffee. You are greeted by people that know you, maybe even work with friends. But anyways, after so many hours, you get in your car and you come home, and most people will have a dinner together with their family. Their kids are most likely there with them. And everything's fun. The weekends come and you do things with your family. Maybe Tuesday and Thursday is Little League practice. You go to these events and you have a life. Holidays are with the family. Good times are with the family. If there's a problem at the house, you're there to fix it. Toilet breaks down, you're there to fix it. Flat tire on one of the cars, you're there to fix it. Any issue at the house, you're there to fix it. And so this is really what we call a normal life. You're part of the everyday happenings in your environment, I shouldn't say your environment, but in your neighborhood, your residence. You're part of your wife's life. If there's any issues, you're there to help. You're part of your children's lives. You're there to help. You're part of the entire plan. Everything that goes on in that residence normally, and some of you are probably going to say, well, that's not my house. But most people, the everyday happenings, the plannings, you're normally involved in it. Hey, there's a picnic this week at the church. Okay, you already know you're going. Hey, little Bobby has a Little League game Friday night. You already know you're going. Susie or whoever has a dance recital. You're going. Hey, we're going to go out and get some ice cream later after dinner. Guess what? You're going to be there. Okay? You are a part of the everyday plannings of your residence. And not only your residence, but family members, and maybe you have friends. Maybe you have a Friday night bowling league. You're part of it. Maybe you're on the pool team. You're part of it. Maybe you're a Cub Scout leader. Maybe you're one of the coaches. But guess what? You're part of the everyday life. Now, remember what I said to you in the beginning. Count the cost. Exactly. Count the cost. And I just named a lot of the cost. Because here's the deal. When you become an over-the-road trucker, or even a regional trucker, where you're gone and home on the weekends, which usually isn't the case in these days. Usually you're gone for weeks at a time. Well, when you're part of that, you are no longer part of the everyday plannings at your residence. You are no longer part of the happenings, of the issues if something breaks down. If little Jimmy is pitching tonight in the opener, you're no longer part of that plan. Oh, we're having a dinner tonight. You're no longer part of that plan. Guess what? The championship game is this Friday for the bowling league. You're no longer part of that. In fact, you really don't really exist except in mention. I know it sounds crazy. And yeah, sure, you have FaceTime and you have audio or visual calls you can do on your phone now. But that's nothing like being part of the plan. You understand that? There's nothing like being part of the everyday happenings, that you're needed, that you're wanted, that they enjoy your company. You're no longer part of that. And so a lot of people, when they get their CDL, they don't take this in consideration. They don't take that in consideration. And then one day, they're all excited. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the truth. While you're going through trucking school and you're thinking of the future, and you're thinking, I'm going to make a little more money. I'm going to be on the road. I won't have a boss over me all the time. I'll be literally not being watched and just driving and just enjoying and seeing the sights. While you're thinking that, your dopamine in your brain is being released and you're all happy. You're thinking, this is awesome, man. This is great. I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so, honey, I'm going to miss you, but it's for a better cause. And then you graduate and you get with a company, and guess what? They tell you, okay, next week we're going to fly you to, I don't know, wherever, Atlanta or wherever their terminal's at. And so you're all excited and you're packing and you're getting things ready. And it's time in your mind that in a few days you're leaving. And guess what? That happening, that planning, that part of your life that you're about to not be part of, it's exciting because you haven't left yet. And guess what happens this week? You go out to dinner and you're celebrating and you're all getting together and you're all like all happy because of this new career. And even your family's happy for you.
Attention all trucking companies that have 5 trucks or more. Listen to this message. You are required to keep up to date on all driver records, including driver maintenance, equipment maintenance, ELDs, drug consortium, and all updated paperwork that DOT demands of you. I'd like to introduce to you Wide Open Road Compliance, LLC. Wide Open Road understands how easy it is to fall behind on paperwork and get bogged down. We understand that you would like to do what you do best, and that's running your company. So let Wide Open Road take over and manage all your compliance paperwork. For a very low and very affordable cost, Wide Open Road Compliance, LLC can give you peace of mind and take over all of your DOT compliant paperwork today. All calls are kept confidential. Call or text 859-912-0017. That's 859-912-0017. We're not here to judge you. We're here to help you. Call today. Truck Parking Club is a network of instantly reservable daily and monthly truck parking locations throughout the U.S. Truck Parking Club helps connect truckers to truck parking locations throughout the U.S. via truckparkingclub.com. Our networks is made up of property owners that have locations adequate for truck parking to list on the platform. This includes trucking companies, storage companies, CDL schools, trailer leasing companies, real estate investors, truck parking operators, and more. Go to truckparkingclub.com today. If you're a driver looking for a new trucking job, check out NCI. NCI offers the following: new Kenworth T680s, competitive wages, solo, team, and students welcome, plus a full benefit package for you and your family. Check them out today at 888-311-7076. That's 888-7076. And tell them TalkCDL sent you.
And then guess what? The day it's time to go, reality is about to start sinking in. You get on a bus or a plane or a car rental or a driver picks you up and you literally give your wife a hug and you give your kids a hug and you leave, not realizing that you're not going to see them for weeks or even a month. It doesn't really sink in. But guess what? You get to the hotel and you're still excited because you haven't really met the company yet and all this stuff. And you're on the phone with your wife that night and you're just talking, oh, I miss you. Oh, good. This is going to be great. As soon as I know what's going on, I'll let you know. And you're kind of really just keeping each other in the loop, right? And guess what? Oh, yeah, hey, Susie's tooth fell out. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, I missed it. Oh, yeah. Well, no big deal. You'll see other things. Okay, honey. And you promise each other that you're going to stay involved and dad's going to be part of the happening. But guess what? As the days go by, that's not going to happen. It just is not going to happen. It's reality. So anyway, the hotel, you check out after orientation and you're all excited because you're with people in class and you're talking about the sites and the things and people are pumping you up and they're telling you what kind of sites you're going to see and the fun and blah, blah, blah. And then you get in the truck with your trainer and it's weird. Now you're in his environment. It's set up the way he likes it. You're just a guest there and it feels a little weird. And now you got to kind of get to know this stranger that you're in the truck with. And so hopefully you get along. The end of the day comes and you're somewhere in the United States. You're somewhere USA. And I'm just trying to paint a visual for you. But you're somewhere USA right now on your very first day with your trainer. You've been gone 4 or 5 days. You've stayed in touch with your wife and the kids. They all miss you. And you're happy. And so the end of the day comes on your first day of driving with your trainer. And it's weird because you now got to crawl into this bed, probably the top bunk. And you somehow are laying there. And you look up and not but a foot, well, I shouldn't say a foot. We now have condos. You look up, but not far away is a ceiling that you've never seen before. And you're thinking about family, and you're thinking about the things you have to do. You're thinking about how you drove today. And everything's going through your mind. And then you fall asleep. But for many drivers, a couple hours later, you wake up. Trainer's asleep. And there you are, staring up at this ceiling you've never seen before. And you're in some state that you might not have ever been before. and the sound of the truck is running, or there's an APU going, one of the two, and you're taking in the environments. Maybe you have to go to the bathroom and you get out and you're in this parking lot with a million trucks and you can hear rigs running. You could smell the smell of diesel. You could smell the smell of piss in the parking lot. And you walk in the middle of the night and it's just you and the clerk and maybe another driver. Maybe you get a snack and you come walking out and you get back in the truck and you're just laying there and it's weird. It's weird because your wife isn't laying beside you. It's weird because you know that you can't get up and walk down the hall and look in on the kids to make sure they're okay. You know it's weird because your dog isn't at the end of the bed with you. You know it's weird because when you go to the bathroom, you went to the bathroom inside a public place instead of in the privacy. And by the way, there is nothing like your own bed and your own toilet, especially your own toilet. And there you are in a Flying J, a Pilot, a TA, a Loves, and you're going to the bathroom. And for many people, this is why 3 out of 4 truck drivers do not make it. Do not make it. But 6 months and then hang up that CDL. It's the truth. Most don't make it. Most will not make it because of what we're talking about here. You see, your first day on the road, you're in a whirlwind. You're in a whirlwind. Your family's not with you. You're not in your house. You can't get up and have your weekly routine. Okay? Antonio's Pizza Place, where you normally get your pizza in your neighborhood, or ABC Burger Joint, whatever you're used to stopping in and everybody knows who you are. That's no longer happening. You are literally almost a ghost to your surroundings that you just came from your resident. You're not a ghost, but you are almost a ghost because now more than anything, you're just more of a mention. In passing with people, your wife will talk to her friends or her family, and she'll just mention you in conversation. Yeah, he's out here, he's there. And that'll slowly diminish to where, she's not mentioning where you're at all the time. Your life literally will be apart. You will be on the road. You will not be part of helping back home. You will not be part of your same routine. You will not be part of going to the games. You just will not be part of any of that. You are literally detached. No matter what you think. Oh, I can still FaceTime. Oh, I can still make phone calls. No matter what you think, you will not be part of that. You will be mentioned. You will have conversations, but you will just not be part of that. There's nothing like being present at all that stuff. And so when you count the cost, you have to ask yourself, is the couple dollars more that you're going to make literally worth giving up all of that routine, all of everything that you were going to miss?
Hey drivers, I have a question for you. Are you still searching load boards? Are you still booking your own loads? If you answered yes, then I have another question for you. How would you like to find loads faster and easier just by saying these words? Hey Bubba. Introducing Hey Bubba, the most advanced technology in AI dispatching today. No more searching different load boards, no more booking your own loads, no more making phone calls, no more negotiating your own rates. Bubba does it all. And it all starts with, Hey Bubba. So if you want the most powerful AI dispatching tool known to man today, head on over to Bubba.AI and download your free version of Hey Bubba today. Again, go to Bubba.AI and get your free download today.
Attention trucking companies and truck drivers. If you need help with cash flow, we've got help on the way. Turn to Tab Bank, the bank that knows trucking. Tab Bank has been in the business of helping truck drivers and trucking companies with their cash flow needs for 25 years. It's just that simple. It's what they do. But they don't stop there. Tab Bank helps grow your business with their invoice, factoring, and banking services. What a plus that is. Before you book your next load, play it safe and contact Tab Bank to get their help with your factoring needs. Tab Bank helps determine the credit worthiness of your customers as well as billing and collection efforts on invoices that you factor with them. Let the experts at Tab Bank get you cash quickly for the loads you deliver. Again, it's what they do. Visit tabbank.com/TalkCDL to learn more. That's tabbank.com/TalkCDL. Tab Bank member FDIC.
Okay, and for many truck drivers that do make it, for many truck drivers that do last, that do love the industry, they look back 5 years and 10 years, 20 years. And believe me, a lot of those guys, they love the road, but they look back and they say, I missed so much. I wasn't there for this. I wasn't there for that. Many truck drivers will lose their spouse because not only did the truck driver not count the cost, but the spouse at home did not count the cost either. And loneliness set in and people grow apart. Because why? Because you're not there in the everyday environment of your life at home. And so what happens with many truck drivers, okay, 5 years go by, 10 years go by. I met a truck driver one time, and it was a sad story. He told me he was married 25 years. And one day he came home and his wife was not there. One day he came home and her clothes were not in her closet. Her clothes were not in her dresser. And he couldn't get her on the phone. He could not find her because she was afraid to tell him where she was at. But 5 days later, because he didn't go back on the road, he was frantically trying to find his wife. He found her next door living with the neighbor. Literally, they had grown apart, and over the years she found comfort in talking with him because he was present. He was there. And yes, it was wrong. There was nothing right about it. But the bottom line is it doesn't take away that it happened. It happened because people did not count the cost. And so when you're counting the cost, drivers, before you become a CDL driver, that's yet one more cost you have to take in consideration. Is my wife strong enough for this? Are my kids strong enough that without me there, they're not going to start doing the wrong thing without me constantly on their case or in their ear reminding them about bad friends? And what about my wife? Is she going to be lonely? Is she going to be the type of person that when I'm on the road, she needs somebody physically giving her hugs. She needs somebody physically holding her hand. She needs somebody physically there to put her eyes on. She needs somebody there every day to kiss. Is this the person you're married to? Because that's part of the cost. And if you're not counting that also, foolish are you. Because you have to ask yourself, is my wife worth it? Is my life worth it? Many truck drivers give up a lot for that CDL, for that life on the road. And therefore, we have to sit down before we even start the process, the journey of going to school. We have to figure out, is there room for this CDL? Is there room for this career? Is there room in my life for this? Because this is going to become my life. It really is, because what you're doing the majority of is going to be your life. You have to understand that. You literally have to understand when you spend 95% of your time in a certain area, that is your life. So prior to that CDL, all the things that you did, you were 100% at. 100% at the kids, at the wife, at the routine, walking your dog every morning. Everything you did was 100% of your life. And now all of a sudden you're jumping in this truck and you're going to go out there and you're going to see the world, because that's what a lot of people think. They're going to see the world. And believe me, when you get out there, you wake up real fast and you realize, I'm not really seeing the world, because it's a blip. It's a blur. You might put 3,000 miles on and you might say to yourself, wow, I went by the Grand Canyon, but you never really stopped to see it. Okay? I went by DC, but you never really stopped to see it. I went into Florida and there was beaches everywhere, but you never really got to the beach. It's a blur. It's interstate. It's tarmac. And you will realize when you start doing it day after day after day after day after day, you're really not seeing the sights. Because if you're a real good driver, guess what you're really seeing? You're seeing a half a mile up ahead of you at all times. You're seeing your mirror every 5 to 10 seconds. This is what you're seeing. Okay? You're seeing shippers and receivers and truck stops. And you're smelling, honestly, coffee and diesel and piss. This is what you're now part of. And look what you gave up to be part of this. So this is why I tell everybody, you really, really, really have to count the cost. You really do. And for some, honestly, it's what we wanted. I was on the road for many years. It's what I did. And guess what I had? I had a very strong woman. You know her, Ruth Ann, who, by the way, is not here today. But Ruth Ann was the type of woman that while I was gone, she was part of the kid's life. And she was literally, if something needed to be fixed, Ruth Ann would pick up a hammer and fix it. Okay? Ruth Ann raised the kids. Ruth Ann got everybody taken care of, including the house. And guess what she did? She stuck by me the whole time. That was my wife. That was a strong woman. She was there for me. And she was there waiting for me when I got home. Every single time. When I got home, when I pulled up into the driveway, guess what? She was waiting with a big giant hug and a big kiss. Literally, there wasn't a time ever that, I don't care if I got home at 4 o'clock in the morning, Ruth Ann was literally there waiting for me. So when I counted the cost, I counted the cost pretty good. And I will admit, no matter how much I counted the cost and looked into the future, will I like this routine? No matter how much I did, it didn't prepare you 100% for it, for the weirdness, the difference. Because when you all of a sudden go from your home and your life to being inside a tractor trailer, it's really different. It really is a wake-up call. Even if you're ready for it, it's really a little weird getting used to. But I did count the cost, and I did stay on the road for a long time. And I'll be honest with you, if I could go back and do it all over again, I don't know if I would stay out on the road that long at a time, for weeks at a time. I don't know if I would. Because if I'm being honest, I did miss out on some things. I did miss out on a lot of things, actually. And I would tell you that I might reconsider about the way I did it. I would still drive a truck. I loved trucking. I might do more regional than OTR, to where I was at least closer to home, where if something did happen, I could get home pretty quick. I might even try a little bit more local, because let's be honest, a good local job pays more than a good OTR job, if we're being honest. Because for the simple reason, with a good local job, you're home every day, and the cost of being on the road is something else most people don't really take in consideration. When I was on the road back then, it was a good amount of money if you wanted to eat a hot meal every day. If you wanted to spend money on little snacks and do this and do that, everybody knows truck stop money or the truck stop products cost a lot more. And so I literally counted the cost, but yet I never really added it all up properly. So if I were to go back again, drivers, and do it all over again, I would do it a little different. Yes, there would be part of me that I'd want to at least do over the road for a little bit so I could at least get out there and say I did it. But I don't know that I would stay over the road as long as I did. Mainly because my life at home with my wife and my children and my surroundings, my happenings, and me being part of the plan really should have been more important to me. I'm not judging anybody that's able to stay out there and be longer out on the road, but I am saying to me, I wish I would have been there a little more for the everyday happenings, the everyday plans, the events back at my house. And so I'll leave you guys with this, for real. Really, really, really consider what you're about to do. There's a reason why more people don't make it as a truck driver than people that do make it as a truck driver. It's very, very true. And 99% of it is really because of their life. Okay? I would really implore you to really consider what you're about to do and really, really think about it. And I'll tell you, a good test would be if you could afford to take a week or two off and just go drive. Go drive. And I mean it. Take your car or your pickup and drive. And I understand it's a little different driving in a tractor trailer, but just drive 200-300 miles every day. Okay. And if you have a big cab in your truck, make a bed back there and stay there and sleep. Sleep at rest areas. Really, I'm serious. Eat at truck stops. And do yourself a big favor. Try to make a scenery almost as if you were a trucker. And go out there for about 2 weeks. And call home every day. And just drive. If you can afford to do that. Most people probably can't because you got to keep working. But figure out a way to test it. And see really what it's like. And do yourself a favor. Do it when you know there's a lot of events happening at home. And make yourself miss those events. Okay? And see what it's like. I don't know that you're going to grasp 100% like it will be to be out on the road. But I promise you, okay, it'll at least give you a little bit of an idea what it's like to miss things and be gone. And not see your wife and not see your kids and not be part of the everyday happenings. But I would leave you with this again, okay? Really consider what you're doing. Pray about it. I always pray about everything. And God will answer you, all right? He really will if you want to know. And I would tell you, trucking is not for most people. And that's how I would leave you. God bless and keep the faith. All right, we're out of here. Peace. Praise the Lord.